Welcome to the George FTTV YouTube channel. Today we'll discuss our trades for round 12 and team sheets and how we want to finish the team. So I'll go through that, so it should be good. And yeah, we've brought in the Peroxide Prince in Luke Ryan, traded Jordan Sweet, and we've brought in Sullivan for Sam Darcy. So sort of looking after the cash here. Like Sam Darcy, I'd more than happy to hold if his break even was a 60, but because it's 95 and we have very low amount of money, and this is actually quite a good matchup against Collingwood, you'd think, given their injuries. And yeah, if Darcy's second ruck, I suppose Lob's playing without looking at team sheets. I'm guessing Lob's in for Norton, but maybe Darcy gets a look at whoever their second ruck is. I'm not even sure they have one, but we'll have a look at that. So I'm a bit disappointed to trade Darcy, but we're just looking after the cash. So that is what it is. Brought in Sullivan. So Sullivan, McAuliffe, Harrison. Harrison's role isn't great, but he looks good. McAuliffe, I like. I think they'd be very silly not to play him, and he's got a nice matchup into Geelong this week. So I don't mind him. If Taranto comes in, do they push him to sub? I don't know. I think they'd be stupid to do that, but I don't know. They've done it before. And brought in, yes, that's why I went Sullivan, because I think they have so many injuries he almost has to play, where they've brought in a few other fringe players. So I think he'll be safe from the sub, hopefully, for the next 2 or 3 weeks. And then brought in Ryan, paying $670. We paid $660 for Merritt, $640 for Rao. Both of them were terrible for their price. Paid $620 for Strong, $620 for Butters, which has been okay. Like, not astounding, but I guess Strong been good, but look, you got to get him in at some point, and he is the good buy. So I was going to get either Houston or Ryan this week. I think that's what I decided, and I decided Houston went 170 on Carlton last year, but Carlton are a pretty bad matchup for defenders, so I figured I'll just skip him and go Ryan, who's into a positive matchup. And yeah, if he drops money, it is what it is, but just get him in, and yeah, I hope no more crying anymore, unless he scores bad. So brought him in. I thought about getting Jordan Clark in. I like him. I don't like the low kick-in count, but I think the defender run is still good, but they've just had like the 3 best runs, so maybe Clark's slightly overperforming because he doesn't get the kickouts that Ryan does. We were saying it in the preseason. We thought Freo would change their game style a bit, and I know Xavier Ellis wrote in the paper. I was talking about it on the on Murray's Magic's podcast about what's it called? Freo, just like a few things on like Fife, like what do they do with him? What do they do with these defenders getting all these marks and kicking laterally? So I don't know. I feel like they might change something, but they haven't. So I'm just gonna get Ryan and the suffering. So yeah, Ryan over Whitfield cost us over 300 points. So that's a significant dent in the rank, but that's okay. Now, what do we want the team to look like? So this D6, we can get Sexton to Houston in 2 weeks. That should be pretty easy. And then we'll probably hold Closey for round 16. But I'm in 2 minds with Sexton, because I wouldn't mind holding for one more, but I figure they got Flanders there. They got Power coming back, and they've got Weller, who is, I think, about 6 weeks away. So I think Sexton's on a timer anyway, so I figured I'll just trade him. But if they get an injury and he stays in the team, he's probably good enough for your F6. So, yeah, I'm not sure. I'd like to hold, but I think I need his money. So we'll get him to Houston, will be my final defender. I'd like to get a D7 at some point. Whether that happens or not depends on whether our new rookies make money. So like a Will Dawson or McMullen. I don't even know if their job security is that good, to be honest, but if they play, then hopefully they make money, or if Richards comes back and makes money. Midfield is basically done. I'm not going to get a ninth midfielder. I'd like to get Rosie at M9. I don't think we can facilitate that. Actually, probably could if we get Will Dawson in D7, and then we can use Fisher to cover there, but things could go wrong with Fisher, who knows, but I don't know, he's playing a bit better, I suppose. Rux, I wouldn't get English, to be honest. I know he's had a really good first 2 months, and this matchup should be okay because it's only Darcy Cameron, no Cox, so he should feast on the backup ruck. But hard watches are right now. Whitfield, very hard watch. English is a very tough watch at the moment, and if you don't own him, you haven't watched him closely, you probably wouldn't realise it. I feel like a lot of these scores have been quite lucky, these last 3 scores. And yeah, Dylan Moore's another one where the role is like semi there. He's getting 25-30% CBAs, which is less than last year, but he's he's at D6 hopefully, and we'll just back him in because we've copped some bad ones, so hopefully some good ones come. So yeah, I'm gonna keep Wilson through the buys. I can't bring myself to trade him. He's been a brilliant rookie, and like he's outscoring. I think his last 5's better than Dylan Moore. 98. No, Wilson's not too far off. 92. Yeah, he's been excellent, and I think he's covered. He's in the top 10 for distance covered in the league, so I'm gonna hold him. If you don't have Fraser, I think he's a good option. 178k. So all the other ones people are looking at are like 198k plus. So you save a bit of money plus the DPP plus he played well, so you think he keeps playing. Fingers crossed. So hopefully he plays through the buys, but I think he's a decent get. Harrison seems okay. Like if you got like spare trades and you just need some more money, then why not? I think he'll keep playing because he's looked really good. And then the other one, McAuliffe seems okay. Again, not sure I trust the job security 100%, but I think he should play. And who's the other one? Sullivan, McAuliffe, Harrison, Fraser. Bytel's in the team. I think he's high sub risk, so I'm not going to go there. But there's one we can look at next week if he plays really well. So I've opted for Sullivan. I just think the injuries, and he was already their 4th bid. Now Pendlebury's out. Maybe he's their 3rd bid. I don't know. So they're struggling. They could throw like a Lipinski in there or Bytel. Who knows? So So this will be Houston D6. Mid's done. Rucks are done. Is what it is. And then we need to get Rankin. So Wilson will become Rankin eventually. So I think we have the money to facilitate that. Sexton will become Houston, and then Closey will become Zorko at some point. And I think with Zorko, he's got the Saints matchup. I'm not sure there's anything we can do about it. Maybe we go Zorko over Houston. I don't know. We'll get Houston around 15 or 16. But yeah, Rankin, Zorko, Houston, final 3 targets. And I'd love to ditch English to Grundy or Marshall. I think it'll be one of those 2 will be R2. And then spare player will probably be like maybe Luke Jackson or something. And we'll get Will Dawson here, and then he can like swing with Fisher to cover defense. And I don't know. We'll see how we go with the 23rd player. But I think the 23rd player is very important. And it's not so much for looping, because sometimes you'll get the loop wrong in terms of like maybe you want to loop, I don't know, say you're Tom Green with a Rosie or something back end of the year. But it's not so much for that. It's more, if I get an injury, say Sarong's out for a week or 2 weeks, I don't really want to trade him because then I'm going to lose out on the rest of the year. So I can cover him with a rookie or cover him with a premium rather than a rookie. And, something's bound to happen. Like Whitfield is a concussion magnet, unfortunately. It just seems to happen too often. So when he misses, like I can cover him, and, he's so cheap, I can't really get to anyone if he gets injured. So it's more for just covering injuries pretty much. So less so covering looping. So yeah, we'll get into team sheets. So yeah, Port versus Carlton. I wasn't a believer in Carlton, but I think they've got a few role players stepping up, like the Chincotta move up the ground a bit, and half forward can sort of play that negating role, which was good. I think Zach Williams is the big one for them. They've been struggling with their small forwards, like always Durden, like pretty fringe, and then Jesse Motlop, probably more talented one, has been injured all year, but Zach Williams is the one I think who, he can kick goals, can crumb, like genuine small forward, so he's a big find for them in that role, and I think it's like the missing piece for them. So It'd be interesting to see how far they go this year. Port Adelaide, man, hard watch. I don't know, Butters had a shocking fourth quarter. But yeah, not much to review. I liked Houston's game. Pushes up a lot, gets a lot of receives and stuff, and good kick. Port's fixture is horrific. If you look at this, this fixture, like how many wins are here? Brisbane at home, I'm not even confident. They should beat the Saints. They should beat Richmond. I think they'll lose to the Bulldogs at Adelaide Oval. Carlton again, they probably lose. Sydney, they probably lose. Melbourne, they probably lose. The Crows, they've lost 3 in a row against Freo away is not easy. So I think this is a pretty brutal fixture, apart from Richmond and the Saints here. I wouldn't be surprised if they, like, I can't see them winning over 4 games for the rest of the year, to be honest. That's me, could be wrong. But yeah, they've had this nice run, all these easy teams. So not all of them easy, but a lot of bottom teams. So I guess that's, I'm not like betting over backwards to get Houston. Oh, that was a terrible analogy, but yeah, not fussed with him. I should didn't say that. But yeah, pause whatever. I think people were looking at Boak. I think the lesson with I don't know how he scored. I'm guessing it was crap. No, fan footy. Oh my goodness. Fan footy. Yeah, 71. Don't touch players with bad roles. They never work. Like, very rarely. Like, Hawkins back in the day. Dominant key forwards can, like, just scrape as your F6, but don't bother. Alright, wait. We were sidetracked as hell. Collingwood versus the Dogs. So, lots of changes here. I don't know if we have a timeline on Pendlebury yet. Howe's back, Finn McRae's back, Ash Johnson. So, yeah, lots of changes here. I think Sullivan should be okay. I mean, who's their mid? They got Schultz on bowl. I think they've explored that. I think Freo did. I can't remember. So, yeah, I'm not quite sure what they do in the midfield here. But, yeah, these names are Ash Johnson, midfield, Chris, Schultz. Like, Chris will play there, Dagos will be there. But who's actually getting mid-time here? Maybe Finn a little bit, maybe Sullivan a little bit. They can use Lip in there if they want to. But he's playing probably better as an outside, with an outside role. Probably throw Josh Dacos in there a bit. So I think Sullivan, you would think he gets 30-40% CBAs. So, and lots of other fringe players that, like Will Parker, Finn, I think he's probably ahead of those guys. So fingers crossed if you have Sullivan. McNeil's in. He's a rookie. I liked his game in the preseason as a small crumbing forward. But yeah, kind of dropped off. This has me worried about the sub. Looking at this. So who's sub here? My guess would be McNeil. Hopefully Fry just stays as a non-sub. It's a very Bevo thing to do to sub him, use him as a sub. But I thought it was good last week. Played a bit of half back, bit of half forward. Gallagher on ball. I don't mind Gallagher. It's got a bit of work to do with his kicking, but he's alright. Hawthorn, if you have Meek, pretty stiff. Been a great pick, but yeah, the timing's also pretty wrong. So what do you do with him? The problem is whoever you trade him to also has a buy. So unless you're trading him to like Rowan, there's just no. So yeah, it's very awkward. So I wouldn't. If you want Grundy, I think you just hold and get Grundy next week, or just go if you don't have Gorn, go to Gorn. I think you just go to the ruckman you want, I suppose, because yeah, kind of go to trade him, I guess. But if you want to delay it for a week and you can get away with best 18s, I suppose you could. Nothing new here. No changes for the Crows. Not much for Hawks. All Day's cheap. He's playing pretty well. West Coast. Looks like they have a ruckman in Flynn in. Not really relevant outs here. St Kilda, no Hugo Garcia, pretty annoying. No Brad Crouch either. So, don't know how Garcia's going to get back if they want to bring Crouch in. They're pretty average start to his St Kilda career, but yeah, not sure he's the answer for them. few rumours on Twitter I saw that Bonner could be out for Sharmaker. Not to be. I do wonder if they use Bonner in different roles, like half forward wing or something, because I think Saints fans have had enough of his turnovers. Moving on. Geelong. Looks like Conway, if you have him, pretty happy. It's been a good pickup to navigate through this ruck debacle. I think he's... What's his 3-round average? It would not be far off Tim English. 78. And that's being subbed, and English's last 3 would be... Where is it again? 92. So, yeah, Conway was a better pick. Where are we looking? So, Caleb Smith, averaging 75 as a defender in the 2s. Let's have a quick suss of his draft profile. Alright, let's read. What does it say? Debutant. How much is he? Okay, so he must have been in a... Maybe like had a year in the system. Yeah, okay. Last year's draft, which is good. Regularly plays off halfback. Is versatile. 19 disposals, 6 rebounds, 5 marks. Pretty good. Been knocking the door down. This is a good sign. Who's he in for? Okay, there's no defenders going out here. So, what the hell? Okay, 6. Honestly, Jaden Short has been dreadful. Might be cooked. So you got 6 defenders here. Any more? Where's Bolter playing? Is he defense? He's defense. So we got 8 defenders, I think. Could he be sub? I don't know. I think this has potential to be good, just reading profile numbers. So, one to watch out for. Melbourne versus Freo. How many more we got? 2 more. Melbourne versus Fremantle. Billings back in. This is Sunday. Yeah, extended bench. There's nothing really relevant here. Watching Fife here looks fairly cooked. Don't know if the turnaround's coming or not. I can never tell. It's the hardest part of the game for me. Yeah, Sean Darcy playing. I like Jordan Clark a lot as a pick. I think he's okay. I've thought about picking him this week. I 100% prefer him to Whitfield. Can I boost him to Whitfield? Can I boost Whitfield out to him? No. Very tempting. I don't have the trades for it, is what it is. We'd have to go McAuliffe instead of Sullivan. I just hold him. Push him D6. Why are we looking there? I'm half asleep. There's crap, nothing interesting here. And Gold Coast, Flanders in, Atkins Day, Graham, Rogers omitted. It was brilliant for me. Yeah, that was a bad pick. Should have picked the guy averaging 140 in the VFL, Riley Garcia. But yeah, I thought he was going to be sub, so yeah, hasn't worked out. Not much relevance here. People going Ridley. No, I think too injury prone for me, but yeah, it looks good. Obviously, had the Tigers match up, so false sense of false economy, sort of. Would want to see another week, especially with Nick Martin back there now. I do wonder if they push Nick Martin up the ground at times more often now that they have, McGrath's playing well, Redmond's playing okay, I think. So, yeah, they got Nick Martin there. Hind can rebound more wing at the moment though. So yeah, Sexton, yeah, should be safe for the time being. I wonder if Graham plays. Who's okay? So no, maybe, yes. So one of these, Davies or Graham. I honestly don't know what I'm looking at. I don't know who'll play, but I think looking at this, I think it's between Davies and Graham. If Graham plays, like they're playing David Swally inside mid a bit, playing him kind of everywhere, but might as well just play Graham. So yeah, and they're the buys. So I think that's it. Yeah, Houston, Zorko, Rankin are my final 3 targets. We can get there, but we're only going to get there most likely on like 4 trades remaining. No, 5 trades, I think. Because we got to correct this Marty Hoare to a loop. Probably have to be Charlie Edwards because he's a much better loop than the 102k rook that we got. So yeah, that's it from me. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.